So, traditionally, being called sensitive or being vulnerable has been associated with being weak. Okay, it's like imagine you got two people in a weightlifting contest. All right, you got one, it's all muscular, muscles on top of muscles, and then the other one is just skin and bones. Well, obviously, the one that's more muscular is going to be perceived as being stronger. All right, this makes sense. And so this means that the other one is going to be viewed as being inferior in some way, weaker. So nobody wants to be viewed as weak, God forbid. All right. So what sensitive people learn to do is put a little muscle on their personality, almost to the point that the sensitive and the vulnerable side of you has now been hidden. Can't even see it. You know, you're totally no nonsense now. And some may even describe you as being hard. Or you say, you know what, Doc, I tried that and I failed miserably. I just couldn't do it. Just not me. And I'm still just way too sensitive. And I hate being weak because you know why? People try to take advantage of you everywhere you go. And I'm just so tired of dealing with them because they are bullies. All right. So if this is what you're dealing with, I'm going to tell you the truth about this whole thing. It is extremely hard for most people to be vulnerable. Okay. It's not a matter of weakness. It's just very difficult. And you've seen them try it. You know, I mean, people who, you know, you normally think are tough and rough and all that, they try to be vulnerable. And then they're like, well, what's wrong with your face? I just want, I was hurt. You were hurt? Yeah. Does this look like the picture of easy? No, it's not. That's why it takes a lot of strength to do it. Okay, because you know what? People are afraid when they're being vulnerable what you're going to think about them. They're being sensitive. Are you going to judge me? Are you going to reject me in my nakedness? Okay. So it's much easier to just play the role that nothing bothers me and I'm okay. And no matter how bad something hurts, whatever, it bounces off of me like bullets. That's bullcrap because the reality is you are dying on the inside from emotional constipation. Listen, Jesus showed compassion to the woman that was caught in the act of adultery. Now, let me tell you why this was crazy. Everybody wanted to kill the woman. They had stones ready to stone her. So this was a very unpopular position that he was taking. This took a lot of courage to display this level of sensitivity, okay, in this moment. So when we say that sensitivity is the new strong, it's because many can't do it. And in reality, it's not the new strong. It's really always been strong, but you know, we're rebranding for 22. Okay. And now think about it. Everybody's talking about mental health and feeling your feelings. Why? Because people are losing it. People are having all kind of mental breakdowns because they will not express themselves. People are having all kind of physical challenges because they just keep internalizing everything. And now we're at a place. That's why we got shootings all over the place. And people are just, they can't handle anything because for years of trying to push it down and it doesn't work. So when we say that your sensitivity is your superpower, it's because it's true. Okay. Now, here's the other part. You just got to make sure you have great boundaries. Being sensitive and being vulnerable does not mean at all you let people walk all over you. That's not what that means. When you're sensitive, it means that you are having a very caring and loving and nurturing response to something that you're being exposed to. When you're vulnerable, you're giving someone an inside look into you. Someone that you have already deemed, okay, is safe and it's okay to show this part of yourself too. Okay, take some wisdom to do it, but you got to have boundaries. But let me ask you this question. Do you view your sensitivity and your vulnerability as weakness? Have you been ridiculed because you're so sensitive? And have you tried to be a harder version of yourself just so you can appease others? Well, if so, you know what to do. Go to my website, christopherreed.org. Schedule your free 30-minute consultation so I can tell you how coaching can help you embrace your strength, your sensitivity, and your vulnerability as your strength. Also, join me every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in my closed Facebook group for women called The Diamond Mind. Ladies, we're talking about all kind of stuff. Yesterday, we just talked about how men fall in love versus women. It's very, very different. Okay. Women, you fall in love in a more straight, linear line path. Men, this is what our path looks like. How we, it's like we're doing kung fu, it's just like, what are we doing here? And it's logical for men, but not for women, because women say it's crazy and it makes no sense, but we understand it. So if you want to check that out, go to my website and join the Diamond Mind. Also check out the series Why He Married Her Instead of You. You can go to my website where I'm talking to men about these very things. Men, what is it that makes you tick? So anyway, if you enjoy this, make sure you subscribe. I got to get out of here. Take care. Be blessed. Peace.